In this video, we are going to show you step by step how to install an aluminum fence. My name is Alex, I'm here with our manager Jose, and we're going to take you through this installation process. Now, aluminum fences come in a variety of different styles, and you could also get these in different grades. However, regardless of the style and grade that you select, the installation process is going to be the same. We ship material nationwide, so if you find our instruction helpful and you want to support us by placing your material order with us, we will deliver this aluminum directly to your house so you can do it yourself. Simply text or call me at the number on your screen. This is my direct cell, so I will be the one answering the phone. You're not going to have some AI operator. You're going to reach me directly, and I will gladly help you. So now let's get started with this fence installation. The first step of this installation is to dig your hole for your first end post. Now, normally in a yard, you'll have a proper location where the fence is going to start and end. In this case, we're just installing one section for demonstration purposes. So that looks like a good spot right there. We're going to dig a hole about 2 feet deep. Let's get started. So here on Long Island, we like to dig our holes by hand just because the houses are really close together. A lot of stuff underground. When we dig by hand, if there's a pipe or something, we usually spot it before it breaks. That's why we don't use an auger around here. So we have the most efficient way to dig a hole is to have one person using the post hole digger and one person is going to use a tamping bar. The person with the digger is going to dig until the ground gets too compact for him to make progress, and then we're going to switch places. So the job of the guy with the tamping bar is to shape the hole and loosen up the dirt so that the guy with the digger can continue to make progress. All right, now I'm going to switch with Jose. How deep are we?
We're at 24 now.
All right, perfect. So now we're going to put our post in the hole. Now we're going to install the post. Now, as you'll see, if you order an aluminum fence from us, the posts are going to have the holes already routed into them for easy install. So I'm just going to place this post in the hole here, and now we're going to install it. We're first going to surround this post with dirt, and then we're going to tamp it nice and compact. So we're going to put a generous amount of dirt in this hole, just like this, and we're going to surround it all the way.
All right.
Now we're going to take a tamping bar and tamp this dirt nice and compact. That's going to hold the post stationary. While you do this, it's imperative that you make sure the post is level.
All right. Tamp it. Make it.
Now that our dirt is tamped down nice and strong, we're going to mix up some concrete. Now we're just going to surround this post with concrete. Beautiful consistency by Jose there. For our fence installations, we typically use Quikrete. It's a nice fast drying concrete, and we're just going to make sure we get concrete completely around the post here. Now we want to make sure we leave about 2 inches or so of space between the concrete and the ground there, so that way we can cover the concrete with dirt. This is important if the customer plans to plant grass. The grass will grow all the way around the post and it'll look a lot nicer. Beautiful. And we're just going to check that level one more time, and that's a really nicely installed post. Now the next step is to set your string line. The string line is going to ensure that you install your fence in a direct line exactly where it needs to go. This is especially important if you're installing on or near a property line. Now remember, in this case, we're just installing in the back of our shop here for demonstration purposes. So we're just going to set it just to show you between these 2 pipes. But if you were actually at a customer's property, this would be a very important step. So now we're simply going to tie our string line and set it across our fence line. Now the next step is to measure over from your installed post the length of your section, and then mark the location for the next post that we're going to install. You want to make sure you check the width of your sections. Typically residential sections will come in 6-foot lengths, and commercial sections will come in either a 6-foot or an 8-foot length. So once again, start at your installed post, measure over the length of your section, make a mark in the ground. Now we're going to dig another hole.
I want to become famous.
You want to be famous?
I don't want to become famous.
Perfect. Well, This will bring us one step closer to fame. Now it's important when you're digging your hole against the string line, you want to get the hole a little bit past the string line so that way when you put your post in the hole, the post will be flush up against the line. Now when you're digging a hole for this kind of fence, it's better to dig a little bit too shallow and hit the post down afterwards than to go too deep and then have to lift it up. Because when you hit a post down, you're hitting it into really compact ground. But when you dig too deep and then lift it up, the ground underneath the post is loose and that post could sink over time. So we dig just about 2 feet, no more than that. All right, so now we're gonna put the post in our hole here. That looks good. Now we are going to install our section. We're going to start by sliding this into the post that we already have installed and secured. So we're going to take our section and simply just insert it into the holes in that post.
Make it easier. Rough it out.
Now we are going to put screws through the post and into the rail on the section. That way the section is locked into place. Now as you'll see, the post has holes drilled into them. That's where you're going to put your self-tapping screw through.
All right. So top.
Now we leave this post loose so that way we can easily put the rails into the holes on the post there. So we do the bottom hole first and now do the top two. Perfect. So now, just like we did on this side, we are going to simply screw in the section. Now we have our section screwed into the post. Now if we were installing at a customer's house, we would want the screws facing away from where they're going to see it. In this case for the video, I wanted you guys to see us putting in the screws so we face the posts, we face the screw holes toward the camera. But remember, if you were installing at a customer's house, you'd want to make sure you face the screws in the correct direction where they're going to see them less, depending on the situation of the fence install. I know it's a little bit unlevel. Don't worry, we're going to adjust the level after everything is set. So now we have to secure this post that we have loose here. We're going to follow the same process that we did for this post. We're first going to surround it with dirt, then tamp that dirt nice and compact. Then we're going to add concrete around all of the post, and then we're going to add a thin layer of dirt on top of the concrete. Now, the next step is to make sure this fence is level. Now, if we were installing a long line of fence, we typically set a string line along the top of the fence, so that way we don't really have to do this step between each section. But since we're only installing one section, I'm just going to take my level here, and as you'll see, this post is a little bit too high, so we're going to hit this down. So we want to take a piece of wood and put it on top of the post so that way we don't damage it. And then we're just going to hit it down with a sledgehammer. I'm going to keep an eye on the level and I'm going to advise him when we're good here. Keep going. Again. Again. Lightly. Lightly. Perfect. Now the final step in this installation is to put caps on the post. Now this is a very complicated step, so pay close attention. All right, you're going to take your cap and you're going to place it on top of the post.
You got a molly?
Just like that. Now make sure the cap is going to have a hole on one side of it. That's for a self-tapping screw. Make sure you put the hole of the cap on the same side you have the screw on the post. Tapper. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope that you learned how to install an aluminum fence. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, aluminum fences come in a variety of different styles and grades, but the general installation process is going to be the same, barring if you're installing on dirt like we did today, or if you're installing, let's say, on a hard surface like a patio or concrete. So if you're interested in seeing how we would do the same installation on a pool patio where we have to core drill all the posts instead of digging them like you saw us do today, check out the attached video. And if you found this helpful, make sure to like the video so that we can get discovered by more people. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future videos, and we will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.